I'm going to get into a lot of trouble for this video, but I don't believe in calling up the spirits and the ancestors and that sort of thing before doing a tarot card reading. Okay, before you all shoot me down, I know there are many of you who do this. I know there are many of you who, as part of your belief, you believe that the ancestors, the spirits, the guardian angels, the guides will come and stand around you and be a part of the reading. I don't do that. I don't believe in that, okay? My belief is very different. And I know there are a lot of people who will say to me, yes, but you can't do a reading without having the spirits around, because the spirits are guiding you and the spirits are helping do the reading. No, I don't believe that. I think it's a load of nonsense. I believe that reading tarot cards, or any cartomancy for that matter, is psychology. It is basic psychology. It is not magic. It is not demonic. It has got nothing to do with the spirits or the ancestors. There is a place for that. There is a place to when you would call up the ancestors or the spirits. You would call them up for other reasons. I don't need to call on my gods and my angels and my protectors. I don't need that to do a tarot card reading. All I need is my basic faculties and my Psychology 101 and my experience of having spent lots of time with people. I think the more you spend time with people, the more you get to know people, the more you get to read people, and the more you will be aware of small changes in their physiognomy, their physical, what's happening physically, and their mental state, which they can't hide. It's kind of like a lie detector test. You become eventually a very, very astute lie detector, or a very astute detector of minimal change in the person's body. Things like their pupils will dilate, they can't control that. Their breathing, they can't control that. Sweating, they can't control that. It's called the autonomic response, which is where there are certain things you cannot control in your body. One of the things is your breathing. You can only hold your breath for so long, and then either you're going to have to expel it and take another breath, or you're going to pass out and then you'll start breathing again. You can't stop or control your breathing. Even if you are one of those people who can deep dive for 30 minutes or whatever, eventually you're going to have to start breathing again. Breathing is a natural thing. Your body just does it. Sweating, you can't help yourself sweating. You can't have all your sweat glands removed. You have to sweat. It's the way we cool, one of the ways we cool down as mammals, okay? Even dogs sweat through their paws, all right? So, no, I don't believe that you need to call up the spirits before doing a reading, as so many people do. However, you know, with me, there's always a but. But I understand why a lot of people will do this. The first situation would be you honestly believe that the spirits, the guides, the guardians, the people of the Watchtower of the West, people of the Watchtower, guardians of the West, guardians of the different poles, all that sort of thing. You believe that they will bring their energy in and guide the reading. And I have no problem with that, if that's what you believe. If it works for you, that's fantastic. I don't believe it has to happen that way. I'm not saying that that those things don't exist. Please don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that spirit guides and energy guides and that sort of thing don't exist. What I'm saying is you don't need them for a tarot reading. So there's a huge difference. I don't call upon any of my guides or guardian angels or anything, but you might do it. So that works for you. You honestly believe that you have to do that. So that is the first group of people. The second group of people, now I don't want to say the word charlatan because I think that implies trickery and conning people. But I do believe that there are some readers who put on a bit of a show. It doesn't mean you're a bad reader or a horrible person or a con man. But I do believe there are some readers out there who put on a bit of a show. It's part of what the client pays for. So they would have a very specific environment in which they would read. Perhaps let's just take the normal everyday example of Madame Zelda with the big hoop earrings and the big turban and the dimmed lights and the velvet drapes, the big crystal ball on her table. It still happens. There are still people out there who are doing this. And I understand. I personally think it's fantastic. I mean, I would love to be able to do that. Unfortunately, it doesn't gel with me. I look stupid in earrings. But there are people who do this, and I think it's wonderful. It's wonderful theatrics. If I was a tourist in New Orleans, I would love to go to somebody, a real kind of witchy, voodoo-y kind of person, and I would expect this as part of like a touristy attraction or an attraction. And I think that those people would do very well in making a bit of a show of calling the spirits. Perhaps as they call the spirits, the lights would dim. I'm just saying, there are people out there who are doing this. And it's part of the theatrical experience, part of the experience of going for that type of reading, okay? And I don't see anything really wrong with that because it's part of what the client is paying for. A lot of the time, it's what the client is expecting. But I don't believe that in that case, you're going to really get any spirits or guardian angels actually coming on board, okay? They kind of like still staying at this, waiting at the station that train's passed. They are probably not, the person calling them up is probably not even really being serious. As I say, it's part of the shtick, part of the act. That's fine. That's what you're charging for. Okay. The third lot of people are your con artists. They are out there to basically just make money. I don't even think these are very spiritual people or people who believe in anything. They will basically just do a reading for you in a very similar manner to what the Madame Zelda type does, but they will take it one step further. They will actually bullshit you. They will do a massive production of calling up the spirits. They will then do a basic, you will meet a tall, dark, handsome stranger reading, all right, and we all know about those readings. And then they will try to sell you an amulet. They will tell you that the spirits have said that this is the specific candle that you need to burn to get rid of all the energy. The candle will cost you $75 or 500 Rand in South African currency. And they will be pretty insistent that this is what the spirits told them. So to get you to buy stuff, they have to invoke the spirits because that's how they would get to you. And this very, very sad thing is that there are so many vulnerable people out there who fall for this. They fall into the lap of this calling the spirits in a big production way. And then they will quite happily part with their cash to buy that amulet or that candle or that particular incense. And that kind of incenses me because these people should be rounded up and they should all have a glass scrying ball shoved into their eardrum. It's just an absolute con. So calling up spirits, yeah, okay, if it works for you. I don't believe you have to do that to do a tarot reading. I believe tarot is more psychology than magic, but that's just me. And as I've said in one of my other videos, I'm entitled to my own opinion. I just wanted to pop on and see what you think. If you do agree with me, fantastic. If you don't agree with me, also fantastic. Comments, please, down below. And while you're down there, you can share, like, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'm Matt from Tubby Tarot saying, I'll see you on the flip side.